Peace, love, and blessings, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine. Um, this video is for entertainment purposes only, and everything is alleged. Um, Let me bring you guys some new and updating info that has been going on, and what's really seems to be shocking to everyone. It's being said, and it's the talk that is going around in Atlanta. And we hear through the grapevines. I've been looking at a lot of different bloggers, and we hearing the parents and everybody speaking out. But it wasn't actually Takeoff that had slept with Saweetie. It was actually Offset, everybody. Now this brings a whole nother dimension to the ball game. And if you actually listen to some of the raps, especially with Takeoff, he was saying a lot of stuff like referring to bitches. Like, man, I ain't never stressed about no bitch, and I ain't tripping on. You listen to some of this brother music, he always referring to how a bitch ain't shit, and we don't, he don't play games about bitches. Now, from what we're being told, the real reason why Takeoff, well, let me say Offset, left the group was because they were actually had sued Pierre, the CEO of QC. Now, they had filed this lawsuit back in 2021, I want to say. And so they were really going through a little dispute. And so the reason Takeoff left, or I'm sorry, Offset, he left because, he just didn't want to. He didn't want to give them. See, because it was a leverage game. If he left, then the group Migos was not as the words I'm looking for. The Migos were not considered a group. And so Pierre really couldn't collect off of them. And it had to be more. See, if he would have stayed with the group, they would have continued to have to stay in their contract and do what they were intended to do. But by him leaving the group, it caused some more law issues. So it's really a chess game with them. It had nothing to do with him sleeping with Saweetie. They're saying now that the real person that they was talking about was really Offset. Takeoff. And they're saying Takeoff, man, they were saying Takeoff actually had more money than everybody in the group. He was more popular, but you ain't gonna hear this in the mainstream, but this is what's coming out now. That Takeoff was more popular, he had more money than all of them. And he was actually the one who slept with Saweetie. And, they didn't show it. Them two brothers, listen, y'all, when you're dealing with somebody that is arrogant and cocky, especially as Quavo is, he's not going to seem hurt about it, but it's tearing him up. Especially if he's looking at his little nephew as like, man, you don't fuck my bitch, bro. Like, dog, really? And he didn't tell him. He had to find out another way. Dog, that's devastating, bro. That's devastating. Especially to ego and a person who is narcissistic as they say Quavo is. And he is. You look at some of his videos, even look at that gamble. I keep telling y'all, that gamble didn't seem right. He knew he was, but again, he was under demonic influence. He was under hypnosis, and it was being triggered by his demonic and witchcraft. Okay, so he disrespected rank. How you in somebody else's city, bro, and you talking about you gonna hurt somebody, and then you over talking. Jay Prince is considered a high-ranking boss. Okay, he's over a lot of these cats in this rap game, and he disrespected him and turned his back on him. That's a no-no. That's the ultimate sign of disrespect. Um, so a lot of stuff went wrong in this. But they say even the young lady who was kicking it with Takeoff at the time said that he had froze up. It was a point where he just got completely quiet. She was trying to get his attention because she's looking over at him and she's trying to get his attention and he's just not responding. He's like he froze looking down at his cell phone. Even other people there say he was like in a trance. He was sipping on a cup that had nothing in it. And, these are all clear signs that he was under hypnosis, under a demonic witchcraft trance, okay? And all of this was triggered. It could have been planned. I'm not sure right now if it was planned with Quavo and them, but I will say this. Um, they all were into witchcraft. They all were Masons, and they all indulged in that demonic activity. Um, Anytime you take that oath and you sign your name on that dotted line, you are now a puppet of the industry. And they were. Even though they were all multimillionaires and superstars in our eyes, they were under demonic control. There's pictures, I posted it on some of my other videos. You can go back and look at it. They've seen taking pictures with some of the biggest witches in Hollywood. And this is not by coincidence. They wanted that lifestyle. And so this is what they chose. I mean, it's sad and we feel bad because we grew up with their music, but they took a turn for the worse. All of it, including Takeoff. I feel he was quiet, but he chose that lifestyle. He chose to, you know, dig into that and accept what the industry had to offer, what Satan had to offer. Um, but yeah, this is what's coming out now. You guys, you can do your own homework. But man, they family. This is really really messy. Okay, we're not just talking about the street as far as the J Prince family. I'm going through what they're going through. I personally believe they're under a demonic attack, and the Migos situation was used to further fuel that. But I'm just looking at this family, man. It's their family is coming out and speaking out, man. Even Takeoff's father, he's speaking. He don't like how the mother and everybody's moving. Everybody want a piece of the money. Everybody acting weird. And now you got Takeoff, you got Offset's family talking, you got Quavo family. It's a lot of bickering and a lot of fussing and fighting and a lot of mess going on within this. And it's only gonna get crazier, y'all. Um, it's crazy. But that's what's being said now, guys, that the true person that slept with Saweetie was Takeoff. He was the main one. And if that is the case, then this really does go back to pointing a finger at Quavo, man. He might have had a lot of a vendetta against his nephew, man. When listen, man, these niggas be really truly tender dick. Okay? And from what I heard, Quavo really had feelings for Saweetie. And it comes to find out that Takeoff took her down. He took her down, man, and somehow it got back. Quavo find out. He confronted Takeoff about it. Takeoff like, man, yeah, man, but that's a punk bitch and woo woo woo. She for the streets. And he like, nah, man, that was my bitch, bro. If you was gonna fuck her, you should have came to me and at least let me know this shit was going on. So Quavo was feeling some type of way. We didn't know about it. The outside, the people, the fans didn't know about it because it was kept really low key. Nobody ever came out and said that Offset was the guilty one or was the one who slept with. We all assumed that because he left the group. And so now that this is coming out, it's sort of starting to make sense. Like I said, the reason Offset left is because they had a lawsuit going against Pierre. He didn't want to be a part of the group no more because he felt that they wasn't getting their true money or whatever. But more of this is coming out, guys. I wanted to bring this video because this is breaking news. This is deep. Okay, then this adds a whole new curve to the ball game, y'all. So keep your eyes open. I'll keep you posted. But this is new information, man. So everybody stay in prayer. Keep your children covered. Keep your family covered. And remember, truth is always stranger than fiction. Love.